Ni hao. Hello, I am Pablo Arribas. This is gonna be my language speech. As you can tell, my first language option is gonna be Chinese. Why am I choosing Chinese? I think China is a country that is in constant development, and the fact that they have a big population means that they're always changing and they are always innovating in businesses. So for me in the future, I would love to travel to Asia and be able to connect with Chinese people and everything. Another thing of why I'm choosing Chinese, as I've said before, I would love to go to China and Asia in the future and make business over there and get to talk to people. And I think that that is why Chinese is going to be very useful for me in my life. I think that the Chinese market is a very demanding one, and in the future a lot of young people like me are going to need to learn Chinese so that they can be able to manage themselves in China. And I know it's going to be hard to learn a new language from zero, and especially Chinese. And I know it can be hard to learn a new language from zero, especially Chinese, because it has characters that the Europeans doesn't have. But I like challenges, and that's why I think I'm gonna do good on Chinese. And who knows, if I do well on Chinese, maybe I could do my internship next year on China. For my second language option, I'm gonna be choosing French. Why am I choosing French? I want to do French as my second option because I've already done 4 years of French in high school, and it's a language that I really love. But talking in a more business way, in the future, I would love to go to Africa and travel over there. And in a lot of African countries, French is the main language, and that's why I want to learn French so I can communicate well with all of those people in Africa. In fact, I love French so much that I even have a shirt that says I love Paris. And why is that? That's because I went to Paris 3 years ago with my school, and I really loved the capital of France. I think it's the most important capital in Europe, and it's where the most important businesses in Europe are located. I wouldn't mind having a business life in Paris or France because it's a country that I really love. Well, this has been my language speech. I hope you like it. Okay, you're gonna need to excuse me, but I was right now editing the video and I realized that I need to do it longer. So I'm gonna give some more reasons of why I think Chinese suits me good. The first reason I wanna give is that I wanna get out of my comfort zone. I wanna learn a new language that is not similar to Spanish, like French or Portuguese. I wanna learn a language that is unique on its own way because it's gonna be a challenge, and I love challenges. Another reason of why I want to do Chinese is because I think that I will have a competitive advantage because I don't think that in the world that much people that are not from China speak Chinese. So I think that's going to give me a pretty good advantage. And last but not least, I would like to have a cultural connection when I'm speaking to Chinese people, to people that are born in China. When I go to a country, even though if it's for travel, to make businesses or something else, I love to connect with people and talk to them. And if I want to spend most of my future in China, I think I need to learn Chinese so that I can gain some culture of them.